Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel Asan Hindi Gyan. Today we are going to learn lesson number 13 from grade 12 Hindi reader book of Tamil Nadu State Board. So what is the lesson name? Lesson name is Reed Ki Haddi. Reed ki haddi. Haddi means bone. Reed means a backbone. We are having one spine. Yes, in our body we are having one backbone, having one particular bone in the middle of our body. That is a backbone. So reed ki haddi. Haddi means bone. And this is actually ekanki. Ekanki का मतलब आपका हुआ playlet. This is a playlet. So let's see what is there inside this prose. So who is the writer of this playlet? Jagdish Chandra Mathur. So Jagdish Chandra Mathur is a great person who was born on 16 July of 1917 in UP, and he completed his primary education in Khurja, and his higher studies he did his higher studies in Ewing Christian College of Allahabad. Then he continued his study in Allahabad University, Prayag University, and after that he joined as a teacher. Then he was having a great hand. He contributed a great part of his life for this Hindi literature. Then 1941 में Indian Civil Service में he was selected in Indian Civil Services. So this is all about the story or playlet writer. Let's see what is Reed Ki Haddi. And actually before going inside this topic, the gist I am telling the particular thing which is narrated in this playlet is that we are having so many things in our society, and which principles or which things are coming from a long time, which are just remain same from long time. So this Reed Ki Haddi also focusing on that type of matter. Let's see what is that inside this prose. So let's come to the summary. शंकर गोपाल प्रसाद का बेटा है और उमा राम स्वरूप की बेटी है. So here two main characters are there. One is Shankar and another one is Uma. So all this playlet will be move around these two characters. And Shankar is the son of Gopal Prasad and Uma is the daughter of Ram Swarup. And whenever this girl Shankar grown up in his young age, as a father, whenever all the children will grow up, their parents want that they should settle down financially and also in their own life. They will get married. So here also, whenever Shankar grown up and he started to earn something, so Gopal Prasad also want to make his son marry to a good girl. So गोपाल प्रसाद अपने बेटे शंकर का विवाह करना चाहते हैं, इसलिए वो क्या करते हैं कि वो शंकर के साथ आते हैं उमा को देखने के लिए. So usually whenever one marriage is going to be happen, before negotiating, before marriage, so some negotiation will be happen. So groom side they will come and they will see the bride, and bride side also they will go to the groom side, and so many rituals are there. So initially first they groom will come to meet the bride. यूजुअली लड़का आता है लड़की को देखने के लिए अपने परिवार के साथ. अगर लड़की पसंद होती है तो विवाह होता है. तो वहां पर भी वही बात है. गोपाल प्रसाद जी अपने बेटे शंकर के साथ आते हैं उमा को देखने के लिए. सो गोपाल प्रसाद यहाँ पर क्या करते हैं कि वो इतना पढ़ी लिखी लड़की नहीं चाहते हैं. गोपाल प्रसाद wants that his daughter-in-law should be less educated, not much more educated. Why he want that? Because he is having a misconception that उनका एक अलग सा सोच है. वो मानते हैं कि अगर लड़की ज्यादा पढ़ी लिखी हुई तो वो परेशान करेगी. If the bride will be highly educated, then it is going to be a great trouble for the family life. This is the concept of Gopal Prasad. That's why he wants that he should select a girl who is less educated for his son. उनके ये विचार उमा को पसंद नहीं थे. So Uma come to know about the thought of this particular person, Gopal Prasad. And she didn't like this principle. She didn't like this thought of Gopal Prasad. राम स्वरूप गोपाल प्रसाद से कह देते हैं कि उमा मैट्रिक पास है जबकि वो बीए पास है. इससे उमा को गुस्सा आता है. So Uma's father, Ram Swarup, he conveyed to Gopal Prasad, who is the father of Shankar, that my daughter Uma is not that much educated. He is just metric pass. But the reality is that Uma is a graduate. She had completed her graduation. So whenever Uma's father conveyed this false message, fake message to Gopal Prasad, at that time Uma also getting angry over her father. गोपाल प्रसाद उमा से गाने को कहते हैं. उमा गाती है. गोपाल प्रसाद पूछकर जान लेते हैं कि उमा सिलाई कर सकती है, पेंटिंग जानती है. So usually it's a tradition, or you can say that this is the thing that's happening since a long time in our society. Whenever groom side will come to meet the bride or meet that particular girl who is going to marry, they used to expect much more thing from that girl. She should know all this household work. Apart from that, she should know this painting, drawing, singing. So many things they want from their daughter-in-law. That's why here also Gopal Prasad asked to Uma to sing a song. So Uma also doing like that. She is singing the song, and within this conversation also Gopal Prasad inquired that Uma is good in stitching, tailoring, apart from that painting and drawing. गोपाल प्रसाद उमा से कई सवाल पूछते हैं. वो चुप रहती है. राम स्वरूप उमा से बोलने को कहते हैं. तो वो कहती है कि जब कोई मेज कुर्सी खरीदने आता है तब दुकानदार उस कुर्सी से उसकी इच्छा नहीं पूछता, बस बेच देता है. ये लोग मुझे देखने आए हैं, देखें सवाल क्यों पूछते हैं. So whenever Gopal Prasad started to ask a lot of questions to Uma, in the meantime Uma remained silent. And Uma's father Ram Swarup asked Uma to say something, but in the meantime she is replying to her father that whenever we are selling any businessman or any shopkeeper is going to sell table chairs, he never asked what is their desire or what is their wish. What is the wish of that particular table and chair? Simply he is going to sell those products. Similarly, these people came to see me. So if they are coming to see me, simply they have to come and they have to see me. Why they are asking lot of questions to me? फिर वो कहती है, इनका बेटा लड़कियों के हॉस्टल के आसपास घूमने के कारण पीटा गया था. यह सुनकर गोपाल प्रसाद जान लेते हैं कि उमा कॉलेज की पढ़ाई कर चुकी है. So as we know initially that Uma doesn't like this rituals, doesn't like this process, how the groom side people will come and ask lot of questions, and they are having lot of expectation with their would-be daughter-in-law. So whenever Gopal Prasad asked lot of questions, he already she already get irritated. So later on, what she is conveying that Shankar, who is the son of Gopal Prasad, uh, Uma is telling thus this particular guy, this particular person used to move around the ladies' hostel, and for that sake, for that reason also, so many times he caught and he was bitten by the college people. So whenever Gopal Prasad heard all these things, he confirmed that Uma is not a matric pass girl. He went to college and he completed she went to college and she completed her graduation. इसी तरह से उन्हें पता चल जाता है कि उमा कोई मैट्रिक पास करने वाली लड़की नहीं है, वो कॉलेज तक पढ़ाई की है और उस पढ़ाई को भी पूरा कर चुकी है। क्योंकि यहाँ पर उमा ने बोला कि उनका बेटा शंकर लेडीज हॉस्टल के आसपास घूमने के कारण बहुत बार लड़कियों से पीटा गया है। तो उसी से वो गोपाल प्रसाद को पता चल जाता है कि ये लड़की कॉलेज की पढ़ाई कर चुकी है। इस पर गोपाल प्रसाद कहते हैं कि झूठ की भी सीमा होती है, ऐसा कहकर वो चलने लगते हैं। So whenever Gopal Prasad come across this news and he confirmed that this girl went to college, she completed her graduation at that time, so he get very angry and he was telling to Uma's father that you are lying to me and how you could do like this to me. So after that he started to leave their house. At the meantime, Uma is telling, okay, you go, and after reaching in your home, you just confirm that whether your son's backbone is safe or not. So it is just like a taunt or comment, like a thing passed by Uma to Gopal Prasad. Why? Because he was having a backward thought. Apart from that, he asked so many questions to Uma, whereas he was accusing Uma's father for telling the lie. But his own son used to move around the ladies' hostel, and all the girls caught him, and he was bitten by the girls, and he was a very bad character. Apart from that, this Gopal Prasad has raising his head and speaking to Uma's father like he was very pure and they are very clean, but which is not the correct thing. So उमा तभी कहती है कि आप अपने घर पे जाइए और पता कर लीजिए कि आपकी बेटे का रीढ़ की हड्डी है या नहीं है, भी या नहीं है। क्योंकि ये कहने का उसका उमा का मतलब ये रहा कि आप मुझसे इतने सवाल कर रहे हैं, आप लड़की के पिता हैं, हम इसलिए हमसे बहुत सवाल कर रहे हैं, मेरे पिताजी को आप झूठे कह रहे हैं, लेकिन आपका बेटा तो कोई दूध का धुला नहीं है, आपका बेटा ऐसे ऐसे क्या करतूत करता है जिससे उसे मार भी पड़ती है, तो आप कैसे ये कह सकते हैं। तो आप जाइए और आपने बेटे का जो रीढ़ का हड्डी है ना, वो उसे देखिए कि वो सही सलामत है या नहीं। So this is all about the summary of this prose रीढ़ की हड्डी. So now come to the question answers. रीढ़ की हड्डी किसकी रचना है? Who had written this prose? श्री जगदीश चंद्र माथुर. रीढ़ की हड्डी का प्रमुख पात्र कौन है? Who is the main character of this playlet? Uma is the main character. रीढ़ की हड्डी एकांकी का उद्देश्य क्या है? So what is the aim of this रीढ़ की हड्डी? भारतीय समाज में विवाह के संबंध में लड़कों से पूछा जाता है कि यह लड़की तुम्हें पसंद है या नहीं। लड़कियों से ऐसा पूछा नहीं जाता। लड़के वाले लड़की वालों से दहेज के रूप में कार आदि रुपये में कार आदि मांगते हैं। लड़के वाले चाहते हैं कि लड़की कम बोलने वाली और घर की सारा काम करने वाले हो। लड़के में जो कमी होती है वह मजे की बात है। लड़की में जो खूबी होती है वह आफत का बुलावा है। इन सब का उलट फेर कर लड़कियों को समानाधिकार दिलाना ही रीढ़ की हड्डी की एकांकिका का उद्देश्य है। So the thing is that here the particular aim of this play is usually in our society nobody is going to see to the girl side. Whenever one marriage is going to settle, every time the groom side is always demanding something dowry. They always need a good bride, good looking bride, and that bride should not open up her mouth frequently. She should remain calm most of the time, and she will be a very obedient. She will be expert in household work, and apart from that, bride's father will be ready to give whatever the demand will come from the groom's side. So these are the expectation, and this is coming in our society for a long time. But if nowadays all the girls are very highly educated, they are also better than boys in some cases. We notice that. So both are equal. There is no differentiation between bride and groom. Both are equal. Both are educated. Both are having that capacity to do something. So why this up and down thing will be there in our society, that whatever the if any boy is having any some a particular behavior wise or something, some lacuna or some defect, that is not a great issue. But here in other side, if that girl is very talkative, he is very expert in doing something, he is having some extraordinary qualities, it is a big issue for the groom side. Why this is now happen? So that both in our married life, both boy and girl are equal. So there should not be any differentiation between these things. But in our society, nobody will see to the groom side, or nobody will see to the demerits or disadvantages of the groom. Always their eyes will be on the bride. So here, the aim of this particular play is to give the equal rights to both groom and bride. This is the main aim of this playlet. So जब हमारे भारतीय समाज में जब भी कोई भी विवाह तय होता है, तो उस विवाह करने के लिए लड़की को कभी पूछा नहीं जाता है कि तुम्हें लड़का पसंद है या नहीं। हमेशा लड़के को पूछा जाता है कि लड़की तुम्हें पसंद है या नहीं। और उसके बाद लड़की वालों से बहुत दहेज भी लेते हैं। लड़के वाले दहेज की मांग भी रहती है। और लड़के वाले चाहते हैं कि लड़की बहुत कम बोले, घर का सारा काम करे, उनकी आज्ञा का पालन करे, सबको खुश रखे, हर समय मुस्कुराती रहे। उस जैसे वो कोई मशीन हो, उस पर कोई कुछ भावों का प्रभाव नहीं पड़ता है। लेकिन अगर लड़की में कुछ खूबियां होती हैं, कुछ अच्छी चीजें होती हैं जो कि लड़के से ज्यादा है, तो वो एक खामी की तरह दिखाई जाता है, एक कमी की तरह दिखाई जाता है, और वहां पर एक अलग सा नजरिया पैदा होता है, और वहां पर विवाह स्थिर होने की जगह टूट जाता है। तो यहाँ पे लेखक का कहना है कि विवाह में दोनों पक्ष बराबर हैं, दोनों वर वधू दोनों समान हैं, दोनों को समान अधिकार मिलना चाहिए। यही ये रीढ़ की हड्डी एकांकिका की उद्देश्य है। एंड दिस इज अ इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन डियर। उमा गीत गाते गाते क्यों रुक जाती है? उमा गीत गाते गाते सिर को उठाती है तब वो शंकर को देखती है। एक बार शंकर ने लड़कियों के हॉस्टल के पास घूमकर मार खाया था। उमा शंकर को पहचानने से गीत गाते गाते रुक जाती है। सो whenever Uma started to sing as instruction of Gopal Prasad ji, at that time she raised her head and she looked at the groom, and he was no one, that Shankar. And see, Uma knows Shankar very well because Shankar was bitten by the girls of the ladies hostel. That's why he stopped singing the song. उमा ने गोपाल प्रसाद से क्या प्रश्न किया? So what did Uma asked to Gopal Prasad? Uma asked to Gopal Prasad that whether these girls are not having any hurt, they are not hurted by any words. So लड़कियों का क्या दिल नहीं होता? उन्हें कोई चोट नहीं लगती? उन्हें दुख नहीं होता? क्या वे बेबस भेड़ बकरियां हैं जिनको कसाई अच्छी तरह देखभाल कर खरीदते हैं? So here Uma is feeling like he is just like a goat or a chicken. Some meat seller will come and see he verified everything properly, and after that he used to buy that one. So it was the feeling comes inside her mind. That's why he asked Gopal Prasad whether these girls are not having their own heart. They are not having any feelings. They won't be feel very bad. They won't be feel they are sad. So these are the questions asked by Uma to Gopal Prasad. Gopal Prasad ने उमा की बातें सुनकर क्या कहा? गोपाल प्रसाद ने उमा की बातें सुनकर कहा कि आप लोगों ने मेरे साथ धोखा किया है, जबकि आपकी लड़की बीए पास कर चुकी है और आपने सिर्फ मैट्रिक पास कह दिया। झूठ की भी कोई सीमा होती है। उमा की परीक्षा गोपाल प्रसाद ने कैसे ली? So how Gopal Prasad took the test of Uma? So initially उमा चश्मा पहनी है, इसलिए गोपाल प्रसाद पूछते हैं कि उमा ने बड़ी पढ़ाई के कारण चश्मा पहनी या दूसरे कारण से? उमा को चलने से देख लेते हैं कि उसके पैरों में कोई कमी नहीं है। उमा के गाने से जान लेते हैं कि उसकी आवाज अच्छी है, वो गूंगी नहीं है। वे पूछ कर जान लेते हैं कि उमा पेंटिंग भी जानती है और सिलाई भी करती है। So Gopal Prasad, who is the father of Shankar, whenever he come along with his son to see Uma, at that time, in the first meeting of Uma, he was questioning to Uma that whether Uma had done a great study, because she is wearing the specs, and whenever Uma is walking, so she confirmed that her legs are very good. There is no damage in her leg. And whenever Uma started singing, so he confirmed that Uma is having a very sweet voice, and he is not. She can speak. वे पूछ कर जान लेते हैं. After that he also keep on asking, and during the conversation he come across to know that Uma is good in painting, and she knows detailing or stitching work also. Ram Swarup क्या झूठ बोलते हैं? So who is Ram Swarup and what the lie he told? Ram Swarup is the father of Uma, and he was lying to Gopal Prasad that Uma is only matric pass, but the truth is Uma is a graduate girl. शंकर ने क्या किया? शंकर लड़कियों के हॉस्टल के आसपास घूमता था. So Shankar was not a good guy, and he used to move around the girls hostel. मध्यवर्गीय परिवार की कहानी संक्षेप में लिखिए. So this is also one of the important question. मध्यवर्गीय मतलब middle class. So you have to write about the middle class family. मध्यवर्गीय परिवार अपने लिए कुछ सीमाएं तय करता है. इस परिवार में माँ बाप चाहते हैं कि लड़का पढ़ लिख कर अच्छी नौकरी के लिए जाए, लड़की किसी तरह अच्छे घराने के लड़के से विवाह कर ले। बेटियों पर प्यार बरसाते हैं, मगर चाहते हैं कि विवाह के संबंध में बेटी अपना उनका कहना माने, अच्छे वर्ग के लिए अपना मान तक खोने को तो तैयार होते हैं। बिरादरी वालों के सपने अपमानित ना हो, इसके लिए संबंधियों को हर अपमान सह लेते हैं और उसी उनकी तरह हर इच्छा को पूर्ति करने की तैयारी में रहते हैं। सो मिडिल क्लास फैमिली, दे आर नॉट दैट मच ऑफ फाइनेंशियली साउंड, बट दे self respect is the main wealth for them. So if they are having daughter and son in their home, so what they thought, son should be well educated, and he should get a good job, and daughter, though they loved their daughter very much, but they thought that somehow they get a good groom for their daughter, and they will get marry their daughter to a good groom, rich groom, and in their society they will uh, accept all the insult done by the groom side, and they will be always ready to fulfill the wish of the groom side. गोपाल प्रसाद ने उमा को क्या प्रश्न किया? उमा ने कहा कि शंकर लड़कियों के हॉस्टल के आसपास घूमने के कारण मार खाया है। तो इससे सचेत होकर गोपाल प्रसाद ने उमा से प्रश्न किया, लड़कियों के हॉस्टल में क्या तुम कॉलेज में पढ़ी हो? सो व्हेनेवर उमा इज एक्सप्लेनिंग दैट शंकर इज द बॉय हु वाज शंकर इज द गाय हु वाज bitten by the girls of ladies hostel, though he was always moving around that hostel. So whenever this statement was given by Uma, immediately Gopal Prasad get alerted, and he asked, how you know about all these things, whether you have you had gone to college, are you really metric pass, or you studied in college also? So these are the questions asked by the Gopal Prasad to Uma. रीढ़ की हड्डी का सार लिखिए. So already we have discussed रीढ़ की हड्डी summary. So you have to narrate everything. उमा की चरित्र चित्रण कीजिए. So this is also one of the important question. उमा की चरित्र चित्रण कीजिए मतलब आपको उमा के कैरेक्टर के बारे में लिखना पड़ेगा. Like how brave she is, how straightforward girl she is, and what are the things she doesn't like about our society. All these things you have to narrate. So this here Uma is the main character of this drama. रीढ़ की हड्डी के लेखक का नाम है जगदीश चंद्र माथुर. श्री जगदीश चंद्र माथुर में की लिखी इस रीढ़ की हड्डी के चरित्र मुख्य पात्र की नाम है उमा. सो उमा राम स्वरूप और प्रेमा की बेटी है और वो बीए पास है. खूब उसे खूब गा सकती है, बीना बजा सकती है, सिलाई जानती है, पेंटिंग भी जानती है. मगर उसका ये मानना है कि किसी की पत्नी होने में और इन सब चीजों को जानने में कोई संबंध नहीं. There should not be any relationship in between all being a wife of anyone and having all these qualities. यदि कोई इन्हीं बातों के लिए उसे चुनता है तो वो पत्नी नहीं नौकरानी चाहता है. यह उमा का विचार है. विवाह के संबंध में लड़की से पूछा जाना चाहिए उसकी इच्छा. तो उमा का ये मानना है कि जब मैरिज सेटल होता है तो सबको लड़की को भी पूछना चाहिए, ना कि सिर्फ लड़के की इच्छा को पूछना चाहिए, क्योंकि लड़का लड़की दोनों के विवाह के लिए आज़ादी है. सो लड़की की आज़ादी छीनना कोई ठीक बात नहीं है. और जो लड़के वाले लड़की वालों की सारी मांग पूरा करते हैं, सारे अपमान सह लेते हैं, तो ये सब नहीं करना चाहिए, क्योंकि लड़के वालों को रेस्पेक्ट देना चाहिए, लड़की वालों को भी रेस्पेक्ट देना चाहिए. लड़के वालों को कोई बड़ा या छोटा नहीं होता है. लड़के में अगर कोई कुछ कमी रहता है तो उसे हर कोई अनदेखा कर लेता है, लेकिन लड़की में अगर कोई खूबी होता है, जैसे मानो वो एक गुनाह हो गया, कोई पाप हो गया, ये सबकी अवस्था है, ये हमारे समाज में एक दोष की तरह रह गया है। उमा इस संबंध में समाज को उलट फेर करना चाहती है। सो as we know now we are going to the 21st century, so all the girls are now highly educated, they are technically developed, and they want that it should be a uh, uh, similarity. Both the boys and girls will be equal in every sector, whether family matter, whether marriage, whether studies, or whether service, wherever it may be. So सबको अपने अपने काम स्वतंत्र रूप से करना चाहिए। कोई बड़ा या छोटा नहीं है, सबको समान अधिकार मिलना चाहिए, कोई किसी का अपमान नहीं कर सकता। और यहाँ पर ये उमा चरित्र, ये बहुत ही निडर चरित्र है, और वो जो समाज में बहुत सदियों से एक रीत चली आ रही है, वो उससे उलट करके कुछ करना चाहती है, उसमें ये आत्मविश्वास है। और आज इसी उमा जैसी लड़की के कारण ही समाज में लड़कियों को आजादी मिली। लाइक दैट टाइप ऑफ कैरेक्टर, like Uma type of characters are coming inside every girls. That's why now the societies keep on developing, and now that's why all the girls are developed, not only in the studies, but in an also professional careers. Everywhere they're improving and they're proving themselves. So this is all about the question answers and summary part of Read Ki Haddi. I hope children you understood this lesson properly. Thank you. Thanks for watching my channel. Thank you so much. Please do subscribe, like and comment.